The lady who had like the plague too, who was like across the way on our flight, like I think it was on our flight back or out. I can't remember, but there was that lady who like she was contagion or whatever, and we were like, oh god.
Yeah, no, that was on our flight. That was on our flight from Chicago to Fort Wayne when we had to make the loops.
Oh yeah.
And the lady with the contagion was like right next to me.
Yeah.
And then Hannibal Lecter was adjacent.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Two Guys with Raging Goals. I'm Mikey and this is Adam. And every Friday we bring you a conversational podcast where one of us brings a topic to this table and we discuss it for your enjoyment, or we just start rambling and we turn on the camera and something comes out of it.
That's my topic, so that's...
Yeah. You can find us on any social media at Two Guys with Raging Goals. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. We need 33 more subscribers on YouTube to get our own link where you could literally go to youtube.com/2guysraging.
Which would be great.
And you can find us.
Oh my god.
Instead of like YouTube/2XBRST9. So, you know, I know more than fucking 33 that watch me. Because every week we get about 50 views. Roughly, unless you're the Harry Potter Rage of the Day.
In which case, the world's.
Which, where the fuck are you guys? We only picked up like 5 subscribers from that.
They didn't like it.
Well,
they watched it. They didn't like it.
Thumbs.
We're like
dislike.
we're like Tommy Lauren.
Yeah.
On fucking YouTube, everybody's like, yeah, I'll watch it because it pisses me off. Gets me real fucking pissed.
I had to have an old fashioned yesterday. I just wanted one so bad, and I was like, let's fucking do this.
Yeah.
And it was so good.
That's fucking awesome.
So good. And then I literally,
yeah,
I came home and was like, okay, I'm going to get this Rage of the Day edited. I'm going to make some food, and then I'm going to fucking relax for a little bit.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Okay.
Got home, sat down to start editing. I went to the gym after work. Got home.
Oh, was this when you got the phone call?
Yes. Then I was on the phone for an hour and a fucking half.
Oh no.
And then once I was off the phone, I was like, well, I might as well call fucking Adam now.
Yeah.
So then I called you to see if today would work out, and then so you and I talked, not long, but in the meantime, I downed that whole old fashioned, which like I know I enjoyed it, but like I wanted to enjoy it while I was
by yourself.
editing.
Like yes.
Like, you know, in the company of me and Buffy.
You can't have liquor when you're on the phone, because when you're on the phone, you're a fiddler.
Yeah,
right?
I am a fiddler.
And so you're just gonna fucking...
I'm also a fiddler.
Yes.
When I film Rage of the Day, I have to push everything the fuck away from me, because in one of the second, I think it's the second one, the strap to my hand holding thing.
And
I took because I use that as the pod, right?
Yeah.
So it holds the camera, but the strap I don't need, so I just set it there. You can see me holding it as I'm talking with my hands, and it's in my hand, and I don't know how it got there. I'm like a fucking serial killer when it comes to this shit. I just like blank out, and then I come to, and I'm like, how are the keys in the freezer? What happened there? What happened? But yeah, same thing. I'm a fiddler. I also my phone
like a you know, down south, like no, that's a flute.
Oh wait,
a flute.
Same thing. Wait, no, this is
a violin. Playing a little bit of bluegrass for you. Hello.
Tell you a story about when the devil went down to Georgia.
Oh no.
Soul Steel.
Oh no. We'll get Michael up here. He'll start singing it. And then you can fiddle.
Yeah. But like I'm just gonna need keys or something.
Yeah, but you're gonna need a golden fiddle.
Yes. I bet you would fiddle gold against that soul. I'm better than you.
Oh no.
Johnny Rosenberg. That's my shit.
No. Oh god.
Shit, I'm gonna listen to that.
We haven't even started the episode.
No, not yet. That's all right. I'll cut it and move it back.
With all of this just needs to. Yep.
Yeah.
I'll come right on in.
Yeah. I'll do the intro.
Love it.
And then I'll cut that out and move it to the front. And then
there you go.
And then I'll have all of this. What the fuck was I just gonna say about that though? You said something.
What? I said something.
Fiddler.
You said you fiddle on the Rage of the Day.
Yeah. Oh, that was the other thing. I'm not only a fiddler when I'm on the phone.
Right, yes.
But I'm also a pacer. Right?
Yeah.
You know this. My phone.
Oh, God.
My phone updated me yesterday after I got off the phone.
Yeah.
To let me know that it had a workout detection. Detecting a workout. You've been moving for over 40 minutes. And I was like, motherfucker.
Yeah, right.
Can't help myself.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
No. That's that's another thing, right? Some of my favorite people are those kinds of people, right? You, my cousin Sarah, when she gets home from work, she goes and like just picks up her house. And so she like just walks back and forth and just does all this stuff and puts things away and stuff before she sits down. It's like the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. I wish that I had that in me.
I have another thought.
Okay, yes, go.
So we were talking about
pacing.
Yeah.
We were talking about how Sarah comes. Yes.
Okay.
My cousin Sarah. Yes.
So,
but not about her.
Yeah,
about the pacing.
But I have found speakerphone, big fucking change in my life, like huge change. So I fiddle when I'm on the phone. I also pace when I'm on the phone in case none of that makes it into the because we just rambled about that for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Speakerphone. I don't talk on the phone now unless it's speakerphone. Unless it's like I'm like literally right next to somebody.
Do you know what I do?
What?
I don't do speakerphone. What I do is, on my day off. Like if you weren't here today, I would be going around doing something around the house. Maybe it's getting ready to go out and take pictures, or maybe it's something else. I don't know. Or cleaning. Whenever I do that, I always have my phone in my pocket with my headphones with the little mic. It's got a little
with a mic.
Yeah, my headphones have a mic on them. You've got to have headphones with a mic.
Well, yeah, I do.
Yeah, and so whenever people call me, I just answer.
Are they Bluetooth?
Mm-mm. It's a wire. So I know, but it's fucking amazing because then like I can just have a conversation with this person right in my ear.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be speakerphone.
Yeah.
Because the thing I hate about speakerphone is you always sound really far away. Whereas if you have a headphone with a mic, the mic's right here. People can still hear you really clearly.
Yeah.
And it changed. And then as soon as the phone call ends, when the person hangs up, my music starts.
Oh yeah. I do like that.
And so it's just like continually doing what I need.
That's how it works in my car now.
And that's what I do in my car too. It's like I'll start a podcast, and then if I need to make any phone calls, I make phone calls, and it mutes my podcast, or not mutes it, but pauses it, and then it starts as soon as I'm off.
Yeah, I do like that because I love doing that in my car. Like when I will call actually, inevitably what happens is I'll get right to the part of a podcast or a song that like I'm really interested in. Like, it'll be the hook of the song, and I'm just fucking feeling it, and I'm like, yes! And then somebody calls, and I'm like, motherfucker.
See? Oh.
And then I answer it, like, it's hands-free in my car, so I answer it, whatever. And then when I get off the phone, it picks back up, I'm like, oh, yeah!
Oh, my God. You know what?
Howdy, baby!
What really freaks me out though is when I like get a phone call like that and then I don't remember how loud my music was, and then my music comes back on and it feels like it's like the loudest thing I've ever heard in my entire existence.
Yeah, that is the worst.
And that'll immediately piss me off, even if it is the hook.
Katie went to Starbucks first thing. She's in California.
Katie
Moon.
What? I didn't know she was in California.
Yeah, her mom got hurt, and so she's flying there to bring her back here.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so she's going to be staying with Rod and Kitty for the foreseeable future.
Oh.
Good luck. I like doing things hands-free has really, like, I don't know why I didn't think of this before because I'm such a time Nazi, but like it has really opened it up to where like I can do a lot of things now. Like I'll be cooking and I'm on the phone or whatever. Like before, like yesterday, phone call fucking really slowed me down, but it slowed me down because I couldn't edit and do the phone call because I had to be able to hear for the Rage of the Day. Like our podcast, it's not as hard because like I could
you could do the big chunks and then go back and edit small stuff.
For Rage of the Day, it's like slice here, slice here, slice here, slice here, slice here, slice here, and like I have to be able to
audio, video, audio,
and
video, audio.
I was like, motherfucker, I'm never gonna get to edit this. It was probably 8 o'clock by the time I finished editing. And by then, I could have eaten the fucking table in front of me.
Oh.
Like, fibrous, you know?
That would, yeah.
Very
It
fun.
would also taste like varnish. Yum, chemicals. Perfect.
But I was so fucking hungry. And, like, sometimes I feel like I avoid phone calls and shit like that because it just
you
slows
can't
me
do
down.
anything
Yeah,
else.
yeah. Drives me insane.
Okay. So, a long time ago, I decided...
In a galaxy far, far away.
Yes. In a galaxy far, far away. The Milky Way galaxy.
Not that far.
Not that far. Pretty close.
I mean, depends on what end you are.
Yeah, right.
I assume one end of the Milky Way is further from the other.
But I decided that I was not a fan of texting.
Yeah.
Because texting literally stops you in your tracks. Like, you can multitask, like you can have a conversation in text, but you can't like really do anything.
Yeah.
Because your hand is
Yeah.
busy, so you can only do one-handed things. Or talk or something like that.
Given
But you can't like
one-handed hand job.
you can yeah. And it's
and
your
I'm not
left hand. God! Why? It's like it's a stranger.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Wow.
No, nobody needs that. Now, so I just call people.
Oh, yeah.
And
He's
then-
the worst at texting back, by the way.
Oh, the fucking worst.
fucking worst.
But it's because I can't do anything else when I'm texting. And so like
The Nerds with Mike got back to us, too.
so a string of text messages will drive me absolutely fucking crazy. It will drive me absolutely crazy.
Yeah. Okay, quick question.
Yes.
Do you hate rapid fire text as much as I do?
Oh. Yes.
Ah!
Because that makes me feel like I have to then rapid fire back.
Yes, I
because
feel
it's
pressured.
because it's never like, oh, I'm sending you a paragraph. It's like, I have this question to say and something in response, and this question and this response and this question and this response, and it's all from the same person. Like I'm not saying like, oh, I'm rapid firing back. Like they've asked me 4
Yes.
different questions and responded to what they would say, and I can't. Then I feel like I have to respond to everything that they would do. I have to answer all of the questions. So then what I do is I just don't answer.
Yeah.
Then I'm just like, oh, you don't want to talk. Okay.
One of my friends, I will pick up my phone and have 11 text messages. And I'm
Nope.
like,
Nope.
why do I have 11? And they're like 2 words.
Yeah.
Like, or like a sentence. I'm
Yeah.
like, could you have put all those thoughts together? And it's not like I ignored it for an hour and that's why I have multiple texts. It's rapid fire. Within the same minute, you get 11 texts, and I'm like, put it all in one paragraph and send it to me.
That's the one.
Because just keep
That's
typing.
it.
You don't get charged per the fucking amount in a bubble.
Yeah.
Like
Nope.
Like what the fuck is happening?
Just
here?
give me all the information I need.
Yep.
And then I will
Let me digest
And then I'll
it.
summarize everything
Yeah.
and send it back to you, and then we'll
Yes.
have what it is a conversation.
Yeah. Don't fucking bring this fucking crazy shit to me.
No, that
Yeah.
drives me
Ah.
absolutely insane.
Can't handle it.
The other thing, okay, so this is I've been really down. I told you this.
You were
right?
melancholy
Melancholy.
because of his blue era.
Yes. I've been
'Cause he's blue.
I've been blue. I've been a little melancholy because I've been working these mid shifts. I don't know what to do with my time in the morning. It's been stressing me out, right? It's also been whenever it's really gray out too. That's another thing. Like I just can't. Like I don't even know what to do because I feel like I can't even go out with my camera because like it's just not the right lighting
Yeah.
or anything for it.
Yeah, I'm like, this weather sucks.
Yeah, this weather sucks.
Yeah.
It was cold. It was kind of like bordering on drizzly, but not drizzly.
Yeah.
So like the weather's been melancholy, and like, so I have a question for you.
Answer. Daily double. Bet it all!
That's the whole thing. So a question.
Time out.
Yeah.
Pin that real quick because I just have to. If you watch Jeopardy, has anybody else noticed that? Like, I don't watch Jeopardy.
Alex
at
Trebek
all.
shaved his mustache.
I think that was years ago, wasn't it?
It was.
Okay. I
think it was like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Or 8 years ago.
You can always tell when the Daily Double is coming. Like, so like they'll pick a question, right?
Answer.
Like, yeah, and he always says that, but he doesn't say it the same way if it's not the Daily Double.
Yeah.
Like he will add like they say like, give me fucking Pokemon, Alex, and he's like, answer, and you know in the inflection in his voice, you're like,
the Daily
Double's coming. Yes,
yes.
You can like so many times like I'd be talking to my uncle or whatever because that's the last time.
Is Jeopardy still on? Do people watch Jeopardy?
I'm sure.
That's insane.
I'd be talking to my uncle or my aunt, like not really paying attention to the TV.
Yeah.
And you would hear him say, answer, and I'd be like, Daily Double. Yep, there it is. Fucking knew it.
Yeah.
Fucking knew it. You're not sly, Alex Trebek. I know it.
Yeah.
You knocked the mustache off your
He
face.
just starts with the question on the other one.
Yeah. Yeah.
He just starts with the question.
Yep.
The little blue box comes up to the screen
And then he starts reading.
with that fucking weird ass text.
Answer. Daily Double.
There was something. Okay. You pin that up.
Okay.
You pin that up. What did I just pin?
You have a question for me.
I had a question. Times like these, how do you motivate yourself? You are a self-motivating kind of guy, right?
Yeah.
How the fuck do you pull your... Well, I guess the problem is I'm much more guided by, like, my emotional state
Yeah.
than you are.
Yeah.
So, but, like, what do you do? What do you do to pull yourself out of a funk like that? Do you ever get into funks like that?
Yeah, I do. So the last weekend, and I can tell you, long story. Unpack this a little bit. I just bought this car, right?
Yeah.
And so I've been used to having a large amount of money in my bank account.
Right.
Like just chilling.
Yeah.
Jay chilling. I'm broke as a fucking joke right now. At least that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Like, in the long sum of things, like, I can pay all my bills and I'm fine.
Yeah.
But, like, I used to, like, it wouldn't have mattered. You could have fucking hit me with some heavy shit and it wouldn't have mattered. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
I got the fucking padding to take that. I ain't got that anymore. And so then I start thinking about like, okay, now like I've got to be careful about how I spend this money, or like, can I do this or this? And like, there's always stuff that I want to do for our podcast and put funding into. And I'm like,
but it's like, you can't.
Yeah, and like, so I start thinking about that, and I'm like, well, I should probably be smarter about this and not do that right now, or this or whatever the fuck it is, right? And then I start like, so that starts kind of bringing me down because I'm like.
Right.
Like, I can't really do these things right now. The things that I want to do, like, I don't have that freedom, right? I'm fucking genie. I want the bands off.
Right,
like,
yes.
Fucking, let's go. And so not having all that flexibility brings me down.
Yeah.
So like this last weekend, I just decided like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to not be an adult for this weekend. Like, I'm going to pretend like I don't have any of these issues. Like, I'm just going to I'm going to do whatever it is that I want to do for this weekend.
Yeah.
But I set very strict parameters around that as far as like, it is just going to be these 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to do fuck whatever I want.
Yep.
I'm going to, and like, I went and worked out because I wanted to do that, but I also ate whatever the fuck I wanted.
Yeah.
And then I started binge watching Buffy. Haven't watched Buffy since it came off the air.
Yeah.
And I just started watching it again, and I was like, I fucking love this show. So fucking good.
Yeah.
And like, so like, for me at least, I have to, so like I told you I have that whiteboard where I make to-do lists for my week. Like,
yes.
I used that weekend to fill that out, and okay, this is what my week looks like. So starting Monday, I got to get back on this shit and start working towards something. That little mini break, I think, helps me a lot because, like, I think sometimes you put a lot of, like, we as people, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to, like, always be doing something, always be performing, always getting something done, right? Or always, like, being great. And, like, it's, for me, like, that, I think that pressure can push you into kind of dark places sometimes. So, like, for me, taking a little break from it and just being like, you know what, the world's still going to keep ticking. It's going to be okay if I just take these 2 days and just, this is going to be me. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want to do. And like, I did a ton of podcast stuff this weekend too, like just designing like different shit. Like I had that fucking, the picture of all of our episodes and ideas or shit, execution matters, whatever. Like I love that. And I was like, oh, this is so cool. I'm going to fucking post this. But like that was on my terms. Like it wasn't like, oh, okay, I have to do this and this and this to get this done by this time. Like it was on my terms. And but then by Monday, I was like, okay, I got to start hitting this stuff again. And then you feel better because it's like, I took some time.
I had my break.
Yeah.
And now I'm going back into it.
And then you're tackling things one thing at a time again, and then it doesn't feel as like crushing as like, oh my god, there's no way I can get all this done.
Yeah.
I think having that list helps me too, because I also, so on the list this week I had getting shirts for our website, editing the podcast, editing Rage of the Day, getting VidCon stuff locked down, and reaching out to the nerds with mics,
right.
and a couple of other things, right? And that also helps me because if I'm feeling down, I look at that list and I think of like, what is something I really want to do on that list? Like something that like I'm gonna really enjoy. And one of the things that I had on there was doing promotions on Instagram, Snap, and Facebook.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just gonna edit some shit together and see like what I can throw together, and like the creative side of me really wanted to do that, and I was like, yeah, this is really fucking cool,
Yeah,
whatever.
this is awesome.
Yeah, and then I crossed that off my list, and then all of a sudden I feel like I'm accomplishing things again, and it builds on itself, right?
Yeah. It's self-fulfilling. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that idea, because like that's something that like, well, and I talked to you the other day about like, hey, I don't have a credit card.
Oh yeah.
Like
that blew my mind, by the way, when you said that. I was just like, oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. From what we talked about before, but I just hadn't thought about that. Meanwhile, I'm over here just fucking loading shit on my credit card because also I'm an idiot. To everybody out there, I'm just a fucking idiot, and I'm like, okay, so I only have this much money in my bank account. So in order to keep that money there, I'm going to put $200 on my credit card instead.
Right, yeah.
Even though I might have thousands of dollars in my bank account,
right.
I don't want to lose any of that money, so I'll just put it on my credit card. That's
right.
fine. And then I'm like, fuck me, now I got to pay for that.
Well, and that's like when I was, so after the breakup with Nick, I was left with like, he abandoned the cell phone and stuff like that. So I'm paying for that, and then I have to pay for these credit cards, and I'm like, oh my god, it was like an insurmountable amount of debt, right?
Yeah.
That I'm living in every single month, and I was just like, I've gotta cut it, right? And I made that decision like in a split second. I was like, I've just got to solve this problem.
Meanwhile, I'm over here thinking I want to sign up for a Costco credit card. I'm gonna defer some more of this debt around.
Well, yeah, right. Well, I'm like, I've really just got to solve this problem so that in say 2 years I won't have that problem, and I can start rebuilding. And everything's going to be good. Yeah. Because I want to solve the long term problem, and that's always the place that I want to be in. Well, I'm like, I'm dealing with like people at work are leaving, right? Yeah. Like I'm sending people away for like these new opportunities and all this stuff, but like that always gets to me because it's like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna be able to see this person every single day. Yeah. And then like the dreary weather, and then I'm also working these mid shifts, and I'm also dealing with all of this other stuff, this financial stuff. Yeah. And so like it all just is boiling up and almost spilling over, and so I'm just like I feel like I'm always trying to like put the lid on the pot.
Well, and I think in general we're taught just as human beings to like, you can't just shut that down. You've got to okay, how are you solving this problem? How are you going to fucking take care of it? It's like, it's okay to just be like, you know what, I'm just going to be overwhelmed this weekend. I'm just going to fucking like, this shit sucks, and I don't know how I'm going to solve this stuff right now, or how I'm going to get, like, God, like, when I broke out that list of all the shit that I was going to get done, I was just like,
that's a lot of shit. And then I've also got like life to deal with.
And like I'm thinking about it all, and like just full disclosure, like so like I paid for the VidCon stuff, and I was like, okay, I can do it, but fuck, that's more money that I'm taking out of my account, and I'm already like stressing about money, and I was like, I don't want to fucking do that, and it's on the board. I gotta do it. And I was like, but then I'm thinking about like how much I enjoy VidCon, how much like I love going to VidCon, and like I know you're gonna pay me back, and I was like, so like I was like, so it's not that big of a deal, but like you let those things get to you, and like when you have all this stuff, it's very easy for I think any of us to just be like, this is just like, this is too much, and I don't even know how to solve it, but if I take a break from it all, it's only gonna get worse. And it's like, but if you like, maybe it's okay to just give yourself a break once in a while, right? And
I think the other thing that's really been bringing me down in that situation is like, I feel like I'm not, I felt like I wasn't going out and enjoying the beauty in the world, right? So like there's been this really big movement at work where like we're really trying to make these genuine connections with people, and so in that, of course, I'm a people person, but because it's even more heightened and more like centered on that, I feel like I'm always looking for those really impactful moments with people finding that really, really genuine excitement around like my interactions with others.
Yeah.
And then like I have been getting back into photography, and so like I'm getting to the
TGRG 2123.
Yeah.
Check it out. Instagram.
Wonderful. But I am going out and I'm looking at the world from a different perspective. Whereas like I used to just glide through and kind of like I'd be like,
just going through the motions. Buffy.
Oh my god. Yes. Just like
everything in life can be described to you in Once More with Feeling.
Yeah, that is a fact.
The Buffy episode.
That is
it's
amazing. But I would just glide through life, go through the motions, right?
Just going. God,
I
love that stuff.
And like it, like I would be like, oh, that's really cool, but never move on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like never experience anything further than just the surface.
Yeah.
You know, and now I feel like I'm looking for that beauty in the world. And right now, this time in my life, this last couple of weeks, I haven't been able to do that.
Yeah.
And so it's been like fucking eating at me.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just been just terrible. But then I'm confronted with this thing, so like I'm really, really down for the last couple of days, right?
Yeah.
And then yesterday, two things happened. Two things that
2 words
changed
sounds like
my life. Yes.
First one.
Answer. The Daily Double.
That is 2 things.
Yeah, exactly.
Bet it all. Always bet it all on the Daily Double, by the way. You bitches who are like, oh, I'm playing safe. What the fuck are you doing on Jeopardy? All right, bet it all.
The first thing that happened is I was really down. I was still dealing with that anxiety on the inside
of like
having to be at work in the middle of the day and not having
right.
Self-imposed like sense of doom sorts of feelings, right?
Yeah.
Just because I just don't know how to operate like that. So I get to work, I hit the floor, I'm on the drive-through window. And did you read my Facebook status about the ladies?
Yes. Yeah, I liked it.
It fucking blew my mind.
Yeah.
So like
when I read it though, I was reading it as I was driving.
Oh, good. Perfect.
I didn't read it as you were at the drive-through though.
No, because I was just at work.
Okay.
I was just at work. Okay. So I'm gonna tell the story. Is it okay if I tell the story?
Tell the people.
Okay. So I'm having this really weird like sense of inevitable doom in my life, right?
Inevitable doom.
And so it's stressing me out, and I don't know which way's up.
We're starting a Marvel movie.
We get this rush in the drive-through. I'm working drive-through, and this lady had really simple. It was like 2 frappuccinos and maybe a sandwich or something, right?
Sandwich.
Yeah. Sandwiches.
Sandwich.
One of my favorite food groups. But she's like, she ordered it, and I was like, hey, let me go get your sandwich. And she was like, hold on, before you do that, I just want to say thank you. And I was like, oh, for what?
You're welcome.
And she said, thank you for your smile. You're really happy today, and I really needed that. And I was about to say what I always say to every customer, which is, well, that's what we're here for, right? We're here to make your day better. We're here to brighten that a little bit, right? And then she like interrupts me and is like, I really needed that today because one of my family members overdosed yesterday. And
Jesus.
Like, I don't know how to deal with it. I don't understand addiction, and like this, like a genuine smile and a genuine interaction is all that I needed to turn my day around. And like, although my problems aren't solved, that's what I needed.
Yeah.
And like it just hit me, and I was like, I can't do this. I can't focus on this looming feeling of doom and the stress that I'm under because I'm not working my regular schedule. Like, these people out in the world need this positive energy that I usually produce naturally, right?
Yeah.
And like that's not me being cocky or being like I'm not in any way trying to talk myself up. What I'm trying to say is like I need to fucking pull my head out of my ass and stop being down on myself.
Yeah, because you have like these like if you are continuing to be down on yourself, then I think a better way of phrasing it is like the natural shit that you do that like you don't even notice maybe that how it impacts other people.
Yeah.
That's all gonna be gone. That's not gonna happen. And then oh shit, now like my own funk is now fucking up other people's.
Yeah, like if I went to that window and I was stressed out and I took that out on that person,
right?
What the fuck? Like her day's not gonna get better. Maybe it doesn't get worse, right?
Right.
Because but I was able to
you had an
change that moment.
Yeah.
And like and just like I said in that status, and I know that boiling it down to that small thing is like so stupid and so useless, but like I had that opportunity and I took it.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know that I took it.
Right, yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, 90% of your life, probably more, 99% of the time in your life, you're not even going to know the impact that you have on the people around you because they're not going to take the time out of their day to say it.
Right.
And not because it's not important and not because it's not powerful, but because people just don't share those
that's
sorts
just how
of
we
things.
are.
So like we gotta change that in ourselves, right? We gotta start saying those sorts of things, right? As people.
So that was you said there were 2 things.
And then the second thing is like one like my shift supervisor like knew that like the last couple of days I had been like kind of off.
Yeah.
And she like just went out of her way to send me home early.
Oh, that was nice.
And I was like, this is fucking nuts. Like I've never been sent home early, right? I'm salaried.
Because you're the store manager?
Right.
Nobody sends me home early.
Yeah. I just gave her the direction to like, hey, go down to 3 people as soon as you can.
Yeah.
Right? Because like happy hour was over. It wasn't like as busy as we thought it would be. So I was like, yeah, go down to 3 people as soon as you can. And she was like, okay, go ahead and go home. And I was like, I didn't mean me, but like, are you sure? And like I'm verified. Like I'm like really like seriously. Like,
I wasn't trying to get out of here.
Like, this is an hour and a half early. Like I don't want to, you know. And she was like, no, go.
It's amazing how much that can change you. Like you saying that just reminded me. Last year during back to school, I had, for all intents and purposes, I had an intern and an EIT.
Yeah.
And like it was. And like back to school is a super stressful time, right? And I was working crazy long hours. I got strep and mono. Like it was just a fuck show. That was when I was
mashed potatoes.
Yeah, mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
And it was the sickest I've ever been in my life. And
oh my god. Was that before or after tax-free weekend? Because tax-free weekend hits right around back to school. That was
yeah. Tax-free weekend is back to school. I think it was before. I think it was end of July that I got that, and then tax-free is
like
in
beginning
August.
of August.
Yeah. But anyways, right in the thick of it.
Yeah.
And like there was just one day that like I really kicked ass, and like I've been working easily like probably 14-hour days were probably my average in that little chunk there. And just this one day really kicked ass. My EIT and my intern like they did a nice job and whatever. And my boss at the time, like it's like noon, and you're talking to a guy who's used to being there until about 6, 7 o'clock at night at this point.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And my boss comes up and was like, "Hey, why don't you 2 get out of here?" And I was like, "The fuck?" He was like, "No, I'm serious. Like, why don't you guys get out of here? Go do something." And I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
And me and my EIT, we went and got margaritas, and I was just like, this is fucking great. Like that feeling of just like, yeah, I guess I don't have to like put all the shit on my shoulders and like,
yeah,
like the world's not gonna crumble like around me, and like all this pressure, this self-imposed pressure isn't actually necessarily there. And like it was such a fucking like breath that it was just like, huh.
Well, and there's this really like the reason that my experience with that customer was so impactful the other day was like one of the key phrases that people like throw around at Starbucks is like, it's just coffee. It's not the end of the world. It's just coffee.
Yeah. It's at Target
It's
would
just
say
coffee.
it's just toilet paper.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But yeah, they're just like, hey, it's just coffee. Nothing. Everything's fixable. Nothing matters tomorrow. It's just coffee. And I always tell people, like, yes, it's just coffee until it's not.
Until it's not.
And when it's not,
Okay.
it's the people piece,
Yeah.
right? Like, and you know, Howard Schultz always talks about how it's like we're a people company that serves coffee.
Yeah.
Right. And like, that's very true. And so when people say it's just coffee, I try so hard to like find like a perfect example of something that is going, like something that changed my life, something. Like I always go into my store with my team and I tell them like, okay, today our goal is to turn 4 people's days around.
Yeah.
Like 4 people. Like that's a huge impact that we could have on somebody's day. Like, hey, they might not be having the worst day of their life, but they might be having just an okay day. We want to make it amazing. And there are 4 people that are going to come through our store out of the 700 who are going to come through today.
Yeah.
And 4 of those people, we want to change their lives. Or their day, right? You know what I mean? And so
we're gonna change your life. You're the lucky winner.
3 lattes for life. Oh my gosh.
As we were talking, the one other thing that I thought of that helps me when like I'm not feeling great is, I think sometimes we like everything feels so insurmountable. Just starting, that changes a lot. So like thinking about like debt that you have or like financial bullshit or travel stuff or fucking whatever it is, work, fucking relationships, whatever it is, like I think it's always we sometimes we get to a spot to where it's just like it's so crushing that you don't know what to do. And I think it's fun.
And you just gotta jump in and stop.
Yeah, but if you don't just fucking jump, like that's how you start fixing the problem. Because there's this really good story about the fucking, I forget what it's called now, but Randy something
Orton.
something. No, Randy Paul.
Randy Orton's like a wrestler.
Yeah, I think so. What the fuck is that book called now? Fuck me, I can't remember what it's called. I can picture it. Anyways, there's this book. The Last Lecture. The Last
Yes.
Lecture. Okay.
Yes.
In that book, he talks about, at one point, he talks about he had a friend who was really stressed out all the time.
Yeah.
And why are you stressed out? Well, I have all of this school debt, and or I think it was a credit card.
Yeah.
They had this like insurmountable debt, and they were like, but one of the things that I'm doing to help myself deal with the debt is I'm going to yoga 1 day a week. On my day off, I go to yoga, and it's really helping me center myself and be better. And he was like, but why don't you just maybe pick up another job, like a day job on that day to put that money towards the debt? Because the problem was that the girl was attacking the symptoms of what was stressing her out, but not attacking
Still avoiding the problem.
Yeah, like the actual problem. So like cancer gives you there's symptoms, right, that you get from that. You fucking lose your hair from chemo and all this shit, right? But like you don't go and get a wig and that fixes cancer. Like you attack the cancer, and so same thing.
Yes.
Like so what is stressing you out? The debt. Okay, so attack the debt.
Yeah.
So go after that. And so I think too often like we
want to feel good, as opposed to solve the problem.
Yeah,
because
and
when you solve the long-term problem, you're going to feel better.
You feel way better.
Yeah,
and that was like for me this last weekend or whatever when I started attacking that list and going through stuff, and like as Monday and Tuesday rolled around and I really started going after it, I felt phenomenally better. I was like, okay, this is done, this is done, this is done. Holy shit, look at me cranking all this shit out. I'm getting all this stuff done. I feel fucking great about my life. I deserve an old fashioned.
Yeah.
And like I think once you like, it's hard to keep going. It's hard to take a step and the next step and the next step, but each step that you take gets easier. And like, take the first step, move the needle, because that's what's going to help you get out of, like, sitting there and worrying about it is not in the long run going to help you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. This was a rambling conversation. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate all of the love and support. We could not do this without you guys. We are going to VidCon.
Yeah.
I don't know how much we've talked about that or not, but we're going to VidCon. So think these 2 will post, and then maybe one more after.
One more, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. There's like maybe going to be 3 episodes somewhere, something like that. There might be 1 more after this, depending. 1 more, 2 more after
Who
this,
knows?
something like that. But then when we're at VidCon, there will be like a week, 2 weeks of no TGRG except for probably like live shit, unless we can convince VidCon people to maybe sit down and do like a rambling podcast thing. Wouldn't that be fucking cool?
Oh my god.
Because we could just record it on like one of our phones.
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah.
Or I'm sure someone will have a camera.
Oh, at VidCon?
What? Yeah.
Why?
So, anyways, soon to be coming to you from sunny California, where everything is better.
Everything is much
Everything
better.
is better.
And bars are at the pool.
Yeah, and bars are at the pool. That's the other thing, by the way. I'm doing another 6-week shred to get ready
Oh,
for the
okay.
pool.
Yeah,
'Cause, like,
there you
I was
go.
like, I gotta fucking like be as tight as possible for the fucking pool. Gotta be ready.
Oh, my God.
Because I'm gonna burn like a motherfucker anyways, no matter what I do. So like,
Yeah.
I gotta bring SPF. You know they make an SPF 100.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Do you know what the 100 means?
No.
You have to reapply it every 100 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what?
That's what SPF
50 means? And,
Yeah.
Oh.
I never knew that. Somebody
that.
told me that. Yeah.
I just thought that was like the protection, like 100%, 50%,
No.
75%.
No. It means you should reapply it in that many minutes.
Oh.
And I think anything over 80 is fake.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna get all the SPF, 'cause I'm gonna need it.
Fuck yeah.
I'm gonna
he
need
is. Have you seen him?
Gotta protect myself from UVA.
Oh my god.
UVA.
That's the one.
Thanks so much, you guys, and we'll catch you on the next one. UVA. Oh my god, my fucking